as much as I don't like admitting it, I've been in these streets. Like, not like that.
This guy.
I'm in the streets, but I'm not of the streets. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I'm in the streets, but I'm not of the streets, and I'm definitely not for the streets. I'm trying to get out the streets.
Ooh.
But for right now, I'm in these streets. You understand?
Yeah. I was dropped off in the street.
Bruh. Impact. 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 In fact, my hustle is intact. In fact, my hustle is intact. In fact, my hustle is intact. My muscle tough as the hustle, the numbers is just that. And I'ma keep winning and sit back. I love the feeling of killing them with that. Attacking the process, tackling topics, master synopsis. This the residual impact, yeah.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your man, Brandon Gio.
And your man, Joe Michael Moore.
And we are the Residual Impact Podcast. Here we inspire others to find the greatness within themselves
and apply to the community.
Let's grow.
Like always.
Welcome back, fam. Hey, it's been a minute, a minute. And I know you said that on a previous episode, but this time around, it's really been a minute because we've been recording in bulk. But shout out to each and every single one of y'all who've been keeping up with us, constantly watching the content, constantly tapping in with us, commenting, sharing, subscribing, the whole nine. Bro. Hold on, y'all. Stop the applause. Real quick.
What's good?
Hey, on Instagram.
Uh-oh.
Last time I checked, as of this recording, we are at 567 followers on the gram.
Oh, shoot. Oh, hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute.
People love us.
Hold up.
And like last I checked on TikTok, we was at like 231 followers on TikTok.
Yes, sir.
Twitter, I think we had 25 or 26 followers.
Yes, sir.
We don't have a Facebook right now, but YouTube, I think last I saw, we were at 168 subscribers.
Yes, sir.
Growth. So again,
actually, correction. I'm sorry. 169. I just checked.
Oh, we had 160. Hey,
169.
Let's go. Let's go.
Counts. Yes, sir.
Hey, check this out. Like, really. We've just been like recording. We've been grinding. I mean, we're putting out material so that you guys can enjoy. We're putting out content for you guys to enjoy. And it has really been a blessing for us to get to the point to where we are today. Speaking of today, bro, this is episode 60.
Wow.
60.
Wow.
Got to do it again. Shout out to the people out there. Episode 60. I know we got a lot of accolades to celebrate, so thank you for the applause, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? We at episode 60. We are growing.
Wow. Over the halfway mark, man.
We've been over the halfway mark, yo. We are closer to 100 today than we were 10 episodes ago.
Yes, sir. Closer to 100 than we are to 0. That's amazing.
That is a fact, man.
Yeah, man.
Yo, it's crazy when you think about it like that, because remember when we first started?
Yeah. We
were just like, yo, we did a giveaway at 10.
We did. You know.
10 episodes, yo.
Hey, we just trying to get the fans involved, man, you know.
That's crazy, yo. That's growth. That's something that I'm proud of, man, because we are out here accomplishing stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of podcasts, they get started and they
don't make it. They
don't even make it past episode 3. Some of them don't hit 10. Some of them don't even hit 20.
Yeah, bro. Some of them get discouraged and just don't even make it, man. And I think definitely we not only are we doing it, bro, it's like we're making a wave, bro. Every time we come back to record, bro, I promise you there's always somebody in between that always tells me, hey, I saw y'all on something, like every single time, bro.
That's crazy.
And I'm telling you, these are different places and different people. These are not the same people, man.
You popular because don't nobody be telling me nothing. Bruh.
But this is for, honestly, that's the I guess you could say residual impact of it, because it's coming through me, but it's showing you that, you know, the work, because you put in all that work on that social media. So it's just, when I hear it, bro, I always tell you, like, yo, bro, somebody, they bring it up, man. They telling us, I seen you on this, I seen you on that. You're like, y'all keep doing your thing, bro. I always hear it, man. I'm telling you, so it's working. And
it's good that you mentioned that, bro, because there was a clip that I saw in between, you know, the last time we recorded an episode and, you know, today. Mm-hmm. It was a clip of Tyler, the Creator, talking about how you never know who's watching you.
Yes.
He signed an artist who had like, I think he had 6 views on one of his videos or 6 subscribers on his YouTube. But Tyler, the Creator, saw him and he liked his, his work. He liked his music. So he signed him.
Wow.
Y'all go ahead and check this clip out real quick. I'll let him tell you.
You never know who's watching. Like, y'all don't know how many people's pages I be on. I found Rex Orange County. Found that man on YouTube. I'm like, this is amazing. I had 6 views. You are talented. And that's happened so many times. You never know who's watching. So the thing that you think, damn, I put so much time into this and no one's seen it. Or, oh, was the payoff good? Like, man, you never know what that payoff might mean to someone else.
But stuff like that right there, it just goes to show you, bro, like you never know who's watching, no matter what. Yeah, we're at 60 episodes. But yo, you never know who's like been looking at us since episode 30, who's been tapped in since episode 20, who's been tapped in since episode 1.
I'm telling you, bro.
You never know.
I'm telling you, man.
I was just listening to $1 Million Worth of Game recently. They had an episode with LL Cool J on it. And they were talking about how not too long after they first started, LL Cool J was looking at them to potentially sign them to Rock the Bells.
Wow.
Now, I don't know how much you know about, LL's brand Rock the Bells, but, he has his own station on XM radio, Sirius XM radio. And they play a lot of old school hits. Like, his music, you'll hear like MC Lyte, Queen Latifah, Roxanne Shante, a lot of the old school rappers from like the 80s and the 90s and stuff like that.
Right.
So Rock the Bells is a big entity, and so much so, like LL is actually going on tour this summer, and he's bringing a few people with him, and depending on what city he's stopping in, he's gonna have certain artists in the city. Like I think when he comes to Atlanta, I would like to go to the show, by the way, but I think when he comes to Atlanta, I think he's gonna have Goody Mob with him, maybe Big Boy from Outkast, and some surprise artists.
Right.
I think when he's performing in Philly, he's gonna have the Roots with him. Okay. So I mean, it's Rock the Bells is huge, but the simple fact of the matter is that Gilly and Wallow, when they started $1 Million Worth of Game and they just kept going and kept going, LL was watching them and wanted to sign them to, his brand. Yeah. But I think at the time they were already signed to Barstool.
Oh, okay.
So I got to listen to the episode again, but either way, my point is, I say all of that to say, again, you never know who's watching. Nope. You never know who's tapping in. You don't know. Just keep going, yo. No matter what it is that you got going on, just keep going.
Please.
So yeah, man, since it's been a minute since we've been here, yo. Normally we would ask how our week was, but how was your month?
How was the month?
How was your month?
Bro, I gotta go back. Dude, this month, man, if I can think about this month, I guess in a whole it has been, man, is it time yet? Is it time?
Hey, I don't know. I know what you're asking about.
Is it time?
But what I'm saying I don't know about is I think we're actually going to take this episode, since, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually winging this. We have 0 notes.
Going straight off the head.
Nothing on the docket for today's episode, but
I love it.
I figure, of course, this was Mike's idea.
Love it.
Right? Because we had planned to shoot an episode with somebody today, but last minute, things happen.
Yes, sir.
But this is completely off the dome. I'm thinking that this episode itself is just going to be a checkup episode.
Checkup episode?
Just check up.
Man.
So whatever's going on in our lives,
man,
we have the entire episode to talk about it.
Okay.
The people want to know. So if it's on your heart to share,
you know what?
Let them know.
I think it's no better time than the present. So just to catch you guys up on where I'm at right now in my life, relationally. I don't even know if that's a word, but I don't
really know either. I be getting you.
I know, but you don't know. But that would sound like it could be, right?
It could be, but if I think of a word and it don't sound like it could be a word, I try not to use that word. I'll use something else that I know is a word. But I'm gonna let you rock because I know what you're about to say right now. So handle your business. I won't interrupt no more. My apologies.
It's all right. So yes, right now in my life, there has definitely been a transition. For those of you that do know me, and I was married at one point in my life. To date, now me and she's now my ex-wife. We decided that we're going to split and separate. It was a mutual decision. It was something that, over time, it was. I guess you could say it was leading up to it. I don't want people to get discouraged about marriage or anything like that, because it still is a beautiful thing. It's just, I've learned in life, you're either growing together or you're growing apart. And, that's just one of the things that I had to learn. It was a life learning lesson, but I felt I'm not really a person to be vocal about certain things. I don't put my relationship out there. So a lot of people probably didn't even know I was married. I'm gonna be honest with you. But for those of y'all that did, I do want to keep you guys up to date with me, because I don't want you to see me in a certain light and be like, yo, he thought he was married. Like, you know what I mean? No. So yes, I'm transitioning right now out of marriage, and this is right now where I'm at in my life. I'm good. I promise you that I'm good. I am stronger. I am better. I've grown. I'm mentally more mature, mentally, spiritually more mature, and everything. So we both are good. Me and my former wife, we're on good terms. We speak here and there, and it's just that's been the biggest transition right now. It's been the biggest transition of the month, been longer than a month, but that's been the biggest thing right now, is just figuring out who I am again. Finding out purpose. This is purpose right here. Is finding out who I am, loving myself. I think that's one of the biggest things we got to get back to, is really loving yourself, bro. Because sometimes we want a relationship so bad, and then we try to love somebody else, and we don't even love ourselves to the extent of how we trying to love somebody else.
Yo, who are you telling, man?
B.
Listen.
Yo.
Because I know, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is like more so breaking news for y'all. Like, I've known for months.
Yeah.
We've had this conversation months ago, and, it wasn't my business to tell, so I definitely wasn't going to share it with y'all. But I'll never forget, we had an episode where we were talking about marriage, and just like I kept going at it. Marriage. And at the end of the episode, he was like, yo, I got to tell you something. I didn't know how to act when I first got the news. And granted, of course, it wasn't my situation. It wasn't my marriage. But, you know what I'm saying? This is my brother right here. I've known him since I was a teenager, since we were teenagers. Yeah. So I can't really say that we've been through a lot together, because, as teenagers, I mean, we didn't really hang out that often until we really became adults. Mm-hmm. But still, like, to know this man, you got to know the type of person he is, man. He'll give you the shirt off his back, whether he has one or not. And if you don't have a shirt on his back and he knows that you need a shirt, he'll find a shirt to give you.
For sure. That's
the type of brother that he is, man. And, when he told me the news initially, I felt crushed. And again, it wasn't my situation to talk about. So, it just, he told me then, like, he was trying to get to a point to where he would be good. Like, he knew that he would be good. It wasn't, no hard feelings or anything like that. I have no hard feelings towards, I don't even feel right calling her your ex-wife. Like, it just sounds weird to me.
I don't even like saying that either.
I get it. I have no ill will towards her. Okay. I haven't talked to her in a while, but I definitely don't have any ill will towards her at all. I guess it's kind of good that we're talking about this now.
Yeah.
Because again, like you said, you don't want to be seen in a certain light, and people just like, well, aren't you married? Like, because we've talked about you being married in multiple episodes in the past.
Exactly.
So yeah, I get it. Just know that we outside this summer. That's all I'm gonna say. We outside this summer.
This guy.
So if I'm outside, because listen, y'all know I'm not married. Y'all know I'm single. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As much as I don't like admitting it, I've been in these streets. Like, not like that.
This guy.
I'm in the streets, but I'm not of the streets. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I'm in the streets, but I'm not of the streets, and I'm definitely not for the streets. I'm trying to get out the streets.
Ooh.
But for right now, I'm in these streets. You understand?
Yeah. I was dropped off in the street. Somebody dropped me off in the streets. So now I'm just looking for another ride, I guess.
Hey, don't look too fast, man.
Nah, I'm not.
Listen, you take your time with this one, man. Like, it's not like you just got out of a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. Like, this is marriage.
I ain't, bro. Like, I'm so like locked in on just becoming a better person and just learning from everything that I went through. Cause looking back on it, bro, it's like now that I guess you could say some of the smoke has cleared and my vision is a little bit clearer. It really did have a purpose behind it. Nothing was in vain. Nothing that happened, I can say, man, I wish I can go back and change it. No, like, honestly, I accept it for how it happened and where we are today, because some of those things that we went through that I didn't do so great at, bro, it has taught me to be great at them now. So I can't look at it like, man, I wish I would have went back and did this. No,
right.
Nah, bro, I accept that. So because it made me who I am today. So I still encourage everybody, man, please seek marriage, but also take your time. Really figure out who you are and figure out who that other person is. Because that's something that I did not do. I rushed some things. And later on, I had to realize, okay, man, maybe I wasn't as ready as I thought I was. So young men, man, take your time. And like we always say, vet women, vet men. Really get to know who people are. Ask hard questions. Get in arguments. I know that sounds crazy, but get in arguments. Really see who you with. Because it's good when y'all good. But when you argue, how is it? How is that person?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah.
And I can relate to that definitely, because there was a time where I was dating this woman when I was in college. Mm-hmm. We never really argued, never. And I used to find pride in that. Like I was happy. We never argued in that situation in college, but then it just blew up in my face because we never argued. Like the end of our relationship was nasty.
Ooh, because these niggas like all waiting or something like that to the end, or what?
Kind of. There was a lot of stuff that was built up inside her, and I could tell looking at it now, looking back at it now, there was a lot of stuff that was built up inside her. And just to put it in perspective, it's the woman you went to college with, the one that you know about. So that situation, you know how it ended, right? So just that right there, the simple fact of the matter is that things ended the way that it did. I could tell that stuff was like built up inside her for a while.
Yeah, man.
And whenever you saw us, we were happy, or we appeared to be happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
it's life, man. It's
get into arguments with whoever it is that you with. Like,
yeah, man. That sounds crazy.
Even if you got to start stuff,
try to find a solution though. Don't.
Of course. Don't just argue just for the sake of it.
Yeah, like don't get kicked out, please. Listen, but yeah, you need to. It's a bunch of things that I did not think were as important to do in a relationship that I know now are very important. The small things really do matter. Do things that us as men, we don't think that women pay attention to. Nah, they pay attention to them. Women pay attention to a lot of things. So, yeah, bro, it's a lot, bro. But I'm at a good place right now. I'm at a really good place. You know, I have my ups and downs, of course.
Yeah.
But like, I'm better, bro. So, I'm not mingling or anything like that. I'm just,
good. So no double dates in the foreseeable future, right?
Well, listen, brother. I mean, only time can tell that. Okay, I can't control the future. All right, we just basking in the presence at this moment. But yeah, but enough of me. How about you, brother? How was the month?
Well, I'll just start here, right? The first annual Black Effect Podcast Network festival, that was amazing. Now I know you guys have probably heard me talk about it in at least 1 or 2 episodes prior to this one, but the festival was on April 22nd. It was in Atlanta. It was supposed to happen in New York, but it came here like last minute. Well, not really last minute, but it ended up being here in Atlanta, and I went and I had a great time.
So mad.
What?
So mad.
Before I continue, Mike, why are you so mad?
Bruh. Literally, bruh. Within 30 minutes of me getting up to get ready for this event, I got called in and I had to go to work. And I could not get out of it. The tragedy.
It's an evil world we live in.
Bruh. Dang. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
All I'm saying is I remember that conversation, and when you text me that morning, I was like, you're kidding. You're lying.
I wish I was lying. I wish I was. Yeah. That one blew me. Literally 30 minutes, bro. I was about to get up. But, everything happens for a reason. I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Well, we got other events coming up. Before I continue with that, I mean, we got an event coming up this Sunday. Hopefully you can make it.
I'll make it.
Because we've been bought our tickets.
I still got to work, but when I get off of work, we going.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah,
we got tonight's conversation live. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got mine. lined up for Friday.
Dang, I need to get one.
Because I gotta get a retwist. That's why I'm wearing the hat right now. I gotta get a retwist, and my hair, yeah, it's not looking good, man.
Okay, I'm gonna figure something out.
You got to.
Dang, you know what?
Now that people know that you in these streets,
They know now. I'm officially got dropped off. I got dropped off.
I mean, like Dr. Umar said,
I'm smiling, but it ain't funny.
This guy.
I'm smiling, but it ain't funny. Yeah, I don't want to laugh at your pain, but I get it. Sometimes we smile just to.
I can laugh now, so that's what's the beautiful part about it. I can laugh now because at one point I couldn't even bring it up without like tearing up. That's growth.
Yeah, that is growth.
I remember one point I just told you like, yeah, I can't talk about it. Like,
yeah,
that was so to be able to even speak like this is growth. This is something. So yeah. You can, hey,
I feel you.
I'm an open book, bro.
But the podcast festival was great. Shout out to Black Effect Network. Shout out to iHeartRadio. Charlemagne the God, Just Hilarious. All the podcasts that were there, from 85 South to Horrible Decisions. I mean, We Talk Back. There was a bunch of shows that were there on stage, and definitely we had a great time. Saw Portia Williams in person.
Okay,
man, she bad. But anyway, that's besides the point. The festival was great. I met some awesome people there. I met one person who we've actually been following on the gram for a little while. Just crazy. We were kicking it, or I was off. Let me see. I was in the audience, and then I was just talking and just networking, chatting with people. I got a podcast. Plugging the podcast, whatever.
Fact.
So yeah, definitely shout out to Posh Talk Pod. Like, we were just in the audience, man. I was chopping it up with people around me, and then. When I heard the name, when she said the name of her podcast, I was like, yo, that sounds hella familiar. Yo, we follow each other, blah, blah, blah. Yo, got pictures and everything, man. Shout out to Sierra, yo. We definitely going to have her on the show soon, so be on the lookout for that, ladies and gentlemen. If you follow her podcast, you're going to see her on here soon. If you don't follow her podcast, go ahead and check her out. But met her, met a few other people, and
yeah, man.
I know I'm gonna be a little hypocritical right now. I know I said I was in these streets, and when I said that again, I said that I'm not really in the streets like that. I happen to be standing in the street. Like, I'm not of the streets. I'm not for the streets. None of that. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna just say I met someone there. Put it that way. Met someone there. I'll keep it like that for right now.
Understandable. Ain't no need to put out names.
No, not at all.
No face, no case. Just say it.
You were absolutely right.
I understand that.
No face, no case. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that. But the festival was great. Had a great time, man. I enjoyed myself. So much so that I can't wait for the second annual event to come around, and that'll be next year. So whenever it happens, better make sure that you ain't gotta go to work that day.
Yeah. Oh no, facts, bro. Like, yeah, bro. That blew me. It's okay, but that's the price of leadership. Sometimes, sometimes you're put in a position where, hey, it all falls on you. So I knew if I did not show up, it would have stopped motion of some stuff, and I can't. Knowing that I'm responsible of it, I couldn't just be like, all right, BL, all right, I'm coming with you. But nah, I had to be here, so it's okay. I'm just being
understood.
But I ain't missing the next one, though. I'm pulling up.
Speak that into existence, man. I feel that.
Big fact, though.
Shortly after that, man, I went to my first Braves game. Oh, man, you know what I'm saying? I know we talked about it beforehand, and you told me how boring you thought baseball was, but it's all good.
It is.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yep.
You think baseball is boring? I don't. I actually enjoy it. So, hey, went to my first Braves game. I've lived in Atlanta for years. Mm-hmm. Or, excuse me, as far as where I live, and y'all won't know, but according to Amaretta, it's not Atlanta.
It's not Atlanta.
It's not Atlanta.
Sorry.
Right? We get it. We understand. But my point is, I'm constantly in the city. So I went to my first Braves game. I had a great time. And I can't wait to go back, man. Definitely want to go back. Because, basketball season, for the most part, especially for the Hawks, is over.
Yeah, that's done with.
For the Knicks, it is over. I cannot believe that, man.
I mean, come on now. Let's be real.
Bro, this is the first time they went this far in years.
Y'all did okay. Y'all did all right. But come on, let's be real. Where you thought I was going?
I thought we were at least going to beat Miami.
Okay. All right, that's fair. But, Come on now. This is the Knicks we talking about. Bruh. Let's be real now.
Listen, I'm tired of you crapping on my team, bro. I'm probably one of the few people who can actually say he's still a Knicks fan. Born and raised, man. I don't
understand why.
Because I grew up going to Knicks games.
Okay.
Very first game ever, Madison Square Garden. It was the Knicks. I can't remember who they played, but I remember I have an old book. Like I found it while I was like cleaning my room or whatever. It was an old book from the 90s from Madison Square Garden. And I had to dust it off, of course, but I'm just like, yo, this memories, man, from my first time in the Garden. I wish I still had my ticket stub, but I wasn't thinking about that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The book was a souvenir. Ticket stub, not so much. But yeah, man, grew up watching the Knicks. I went to Knicks games as a kid. Then I also went to Nets games when they were still in New Jersey.
Okay.
I remember one time my mom and I had season tickets to go watch the Nets. And I'll never forget, I was at a Nets game. They was playing Minnesota Timberwolves. That was the first time I ever saw Kevin Garnett in person.
Hey.
And I'll never forget, ball was going out of bounds. Garnett jumped over the front row of people sitting courtside to try to catch the ball and save it and throw it back in the game.
Yeah.
He did that and he hopped over the front row, the first row of people that were sitting courtside. That's how tall Kevin Garnett is, man.
Yeah, he's pretty tall. He's very tall, actually.
I mean, he is, but I was not expecting to see that. Like, that's sportsmanship. This man literally leaped over an audience of people.
I mean,
leaped over a row of people just to try to save a ball and throw it back in the game.
I mean, that's the love of the game, bro.
It is the love of the game.
How you do it, bro?
But anyway, I can't really say that I'm much of a Nets fan anymore like I used to be when I was a kid, but definitely still Knicks fan, die hard. So, yeah.
Respect. I love the sportsmanship, the fan, what do they call it? Forgot what they call it. But just being a fan. I mean, I respect it.
Hey, nobody can ever say that I'm a bandwagon fan, though. Yeah. That's the thing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I love the Knicks.
You're not no bandwagon fan. You're a Knicks fan. You're just a fan. Bruh. Ain't nobody out there bandwagon on the Knicks, bro.
But let's say if it gets to the point to where somebody amazing gets put on the Knicks eventually, possibly. And then people are like bandwagon fans, like nobody will ever be able to call me that.
That's true.
Ever.
True. Hey man, much respect. They had a great season this year, but
they did. Better than the Hawks.
They did. No, most definitely they did. Now the Hawks had a little bit tougher task than them, but we're not just saying. But shout out to the Knicks. They did a great job. They made it out the first round this year. They put up a fight against Miami too. So
they did.
Hats off to those guys. Still trash. But
anyway,
you know what I'm saying. Other than that, though, B, I mean,
oh yeah, I still got a lot more to talk about. This is the catch-up episode.
Oh, my bad.
I mean, hey,
finish it up.
It's quite all right because we got all episode to do this.
We ain't even got no lineup, so this is a part of the lineup.
You're right.
So go ahead.
This probably is going to be the entire lineup. But before I continue with how my month was, just know that I had some great experiences with the podcast festival, going to my first Braves game, meeting new people, having new experiences, man. Definitely I can say that I've been getting closer to the Lord. Oh, man. And that's been beautiful. It's been a beautiful part of the journey.
Happy to hear that.
And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to what's coming because I've just been kind of lost. You know what I'm saying? And kind of like, Amazing Grace, the song says, I once was lost, but now I'm found.
Okay.
Was blind, but now I see. I'm working on getting to the point to where like I really can see, especially see what it is that he has for me. You know what I'm saying? What he has planned for me. Because, although this is my life, this is not, like I don't own it. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean? You don't own your life or you don't own what it is you do? What you mean exactly?
I mean, everything is because of him. So I will say that I don't own it. Okay. Own everything.
Okay. I can
that, that I've accomplished and everything that I will accomplish.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. It's been a beautiful journey thus far, and I'm still going. I'm still in it.
You are.
Yeah.
You ain't done. Yeah, you here.
That's just a little bit of what I have for the catch up. There's still more to get to, yes, but sir. Since we have a lot of time, Mike, what we got next? What you got for the people?
Before we go to what's next, I did just want to harp on what you just said, man. You say you growing closer to God. I think that's a very key thing. I don't know if we hear that enough.
No, we don't hear it enough.
I think that's extremely important to our day-to-day lives, bro. Because as you know, life is life, and sometimes, bro, it can be pretty hard. And so if you don't really have an outlet, bro, I don't know. I think that's important, man. So I don't really know what we can give the people when it comes to that, but something about you saying that to me makes me like, yo, we need to stress the importance of that.
I remember seeing a post from a friend of mine. She shared her Instagram story. Had something to do with, I don't know what it is verbatim, and I probably won't be able to find the post, so I can put it up there to say it verbatim. But it had something to do along the lines of, people say life is short, so, live your life, whatever the case may be, but eternity is long.
Ooh.
So prepare for it.
Yes, sir.
And I'd rather prepare for eternity than to, live it up now. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to come to a realization, of course, we know life is short. We all know life is short. But there was a gentleman who recently passed away who I didn't know personally. Mm-hmm. But, I will say that he was a friend of some friends, right? Mm-hmm. He passed away recently going, now I don't know the full story. I was told a story, but I don't want to say, what exactly happened to him. But as far as I know, he was very young. You know what I'm saying? Pretty young.
Dang.
Yeah. And I went to a memorial for him a few days ago.
Yeah.
Just to see all the people that were there in remembrance of him.
Yeah.
I mean, it was definitely a beautiful sight to see because, it looked like, he was pretty loved and people respected him and they had a lot of kind words to say about him. Again, I didn't know this brother, but anytime that I would watch a few of my friends' stories who I was connected to, who knew him, especially whenever they went on vacation and stuff, he would always be there. So, I knew of him. I'd definitely say I knew of him before his passing, but I never got a chance to meet the brother. But just that was a wake up call in itself to me that life really is shorter than what we think. And even though this is our life to live, we do not own it.
Yeah.
I remember hearing you say in a previous episode that if you wake up in the morning and you still have breath in your body, you still have stuff to do on this earth.
Be great and realize that you're amazing. And if you got breath in your body, dude, realize that there's something left for you to do. I know life can be very habitual, very mundane, very just day to day can look the same, but realize, when you woke up, when you have breath, there is something amazing that is still left for you to do. So smile today. Today ain't got to be bad. Just because if some stuff doesn't happen don't mean it got to be a bad day. No, today is still a great day. And you are in control more than you think. So just start to realize how much power you have over your day and start to speak over it. And that's all I wanted to share with the people. I don't even know where that came from.
And I just took that as this brother accomplished his work. He did what he was sent here to do. Now, what exactly, I don't know. But again, like just looking at the people who were there at his memorial, like he touched so many people.
Yeah.
So I probably can say that was a part of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, what this brother was sent here to do. And I don't even know what I was sent here to do. I don't know what you were sent here to do. What we have going on right here with the podcast could be a part of it.
Yeah.
But that might not even be the full picture. I don't know. None of us know.
We don't know. That's the beautiful part about life, though.
Yeah.
Journey.
Yeah.
You just made me think of something else. This week I was thinking about like how you said life is short, and sometimes we can get into doing day-to-day stuff that I feel like we're not in tune so much on the spiritual side of who we really are. And I noticed just the importance of sometimes being still, like literally just sitting still and don't do nothing. Kind of like clear your mind out the best you can. And if you can really do that, you will start to tap in and realizing that you're more than your physical body. Like there is something going on inside of you that is not this physical body. And what's his name? He gave one of the best examples of how to really understand this concept. I can't remember his name right now. It'll come to me. It'll come to me later. But he said, say the name Rockstar. Say it out loud. Say Rockstar. And you heard me say Rockstar. He was like, okay, now close your mouth. Now say Rockstar again. Everyone, I'm pretty sure if you said Rockstar, you heard something in you say Rockstar. Who said that? Like, what said that? You could be like, you said that, but I didn't hear your mouth move. So how can I know you said that? There's something inside of you. There's something greater than this body that you got to stay in tune with, that honestly God created you to do so. And it's like when you can do that, bro, you can start to tap into something, man, greater than yourself, and you can start to overcome a lot of these things that I know we go through, man. And I think that's what God's like, he really trying us to get into, man, to really tap into like him, because that's where God is. He's in that place where you're still, that when you just not moving and you can really talk. That's when you start to see God for real, for real. But I don't know, man. I was just thinking about that this week, bro, and how important it is.
That's amazing.
Yeah, bro. Man, it's life. Life is a beautiful thing, bro. I think we all go through stuff, you know?
Yeah.
There ain't nobody out here that ain't going through no problems, man. It's just, we just got to navigate through them, bro.
That's true.
That's it, man.
And speaking of physical, yo, like, it's crazy that you brought that up. It just made me think about something again. Like, I wanted to talk more about, you know, our catch up, you know, our check in, what we've been going through and stuff like that. And one thing that I've been dealing with recently this month is, you know, my physical. Like, I've been back in the gym.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I told you last week that I stepped on a basketball court for the first time in years. It wasn't the best outcome, but, you know, it felt good getting back on the court, you know, and seeing if I still had it.
Yeah.
I had something. It wasn't it,
Yeah,
but
that's all right.
I had something.
That's all right.
But yeah, I was just shooting around, you know, practicing dribbling. I will say that the ball that I had, or the ball that I have, I still have it, didn't really have much air in it.
Okay.
And it was one of those balls to where it was like, I want to say it was like, it came with its own pump inside.
Oh, okay.
Just, I don't know if you ever seen it, but like,
I remember
you
those.
twist it. Yeah.
Them just used to be the ones.
Yeah. It was called, I think it's Spalding. It's called Never Flat. It's a Never Flat ball. And I remember seeing the commercials on TV like years ago.
That was a great
taking
invention.
It was a great invention.
Yeah.
But I haven't picked it up in so long that it eventually
it's
kind
flat.
of went flat, but it still bounced.
Okay.
It just didn't bounce as high as it used to bounce.
Why you didn't pump it up?
I tried, but the thing was broken. Dang. Right, and there was no place to where I can actually put a real pump inside of it and pump it up a little bit.
Design flaw.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like the saying goes, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Ooh.
So I didn't use that ball in so long that the pump actually went bad.
That's real talk.
Yeah, I tried my hardest to, you know, dribble and I used to be able to go between the legs back and forth and walk while doing it.
Yeah.
I haven't done that in so long. I mean, I just kind of had to get back in the rhythm of it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like riding a bike, but not quite, because my skills were not where they used to be.
Yeah.
You don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah, man. That's like, bro, that right there, that statement in itself is actually pretty profound. Like, if you really think about it, if you don't use it, you lose it. Bro, that makes me, I keep going back to this, how you talking about your relationship with God. I don't think you can lose God, but I think that if you don't use the spiritual side of yourself, that spiritual power that you have, I think you can lose some of your power as far as overcoming stuff. Because I can honestly say, like, the reason I'm able to be as strong as I am today is because of the spiritual side that I have. People always see me smiling. They think for some reason people have this idea to think that I don't get mad. I promise you I do. I have really bad days sometimes. But the reason why I can still smile sometimes is because I take the time out to take myself out of this world. Like, I literally just take my own self out of this world. So I just think about, if you don't, like you said, if I didn't use that spiritual side or tap in or whatever, or just take the time out to spend time with God, I feel like I wouldn't be as strong. Or like how you said, it wouldn't be as effective. So I don't know. That just made me think about just in general in life, man, how we need to start using everything we have, because we're more powerful than what we think.
That is true, man.
Nah, for real, bro.
But that journey right there, and of course, me picking up a ball and hitting the courts, made me realize how, that didn't make me realize how out of shape I was. I mean, my job actually made me realize how out of shape I was, like how conditioned or how unconditioned I was, because my job is very physical.
Yeah, you told me.
And yeah, man, there's days when I get off of work, I'll be sore the next day. I remember one night I woke up out of my sleep. It was like 4:00 in the morning. I caught 2 cramps in my legs.
Oh,
bruh. One cramp. Oh my gosh, it was super sharp. Like, and it was back to back. It wasn't at the same time.
Yeah.
I had a cramp. I think I had a cramp in my left leg.
Ooh.
And then as soon as I stretched that out and got it straightened out, it took a while. And it's not like it happened instantly. It took a while for me to stretch that out. Went back to bed, caught a cramp in the other leg.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I had to stretch that leg out. And it's just like,
if y'all ain't never caught a cramp, bro, Lord have mercy. Yo.
it just taught me that I wasn't really that conditioned for the type of labor that I do, the type of work that I put in every single day at the job.
Yeah.
And shout out to my homie Dre, because Dre told me, like, no matter what, with this job that I work, I still need the gym. He was right. And I told him I understood that, but I didn't go as often as I should have. Mm-hmm. But now I'm making sure that, you know, instead of probably getting a good workout in once, maybe twice a week, I'm going 3-4 times a week now.
That's a good look.
I'm trying to make sure I stretch more. Yeah. I'm making sure that I'm conditioning my arms and my legs more. And, you know, of course, working on getting this weight off of me so it's easier for me to run and travel longer distances so I can get my job done quickly.
For sure. I think so too, bro. Just got to keep, like you said, keep being consistent at it. So working out has definitely been something that that was a shift. And, you know, when I was going through this whole transition of what I'm going through, I told myself, man, I can't control this situation of what I'm going through, because that was one of the things that was kind of driving me crazy, when you can't control something that you want to control. But I was like, man, I can control my body. I can control the way I want my body to look. So I made it my mission that, you know, I won't stop until, you know, Michael B. Jordan is my inspiration. I ain't gonna lie to you. The way he transformed his body, if you look at how he originally started, like, his body type was kind of similar to mine. It's just like real scrawny kind of kid, very small build, and the way he put on muscle, bro, and just like really transformed the look of himself, man, that inspired me. So that's definitely like what I told myself, man, I'm gonna reach that goal. So.
And it's crazy that you mentioned that, because I think the first time I saw Michael B. Jordan was in the movie Fruitvale Station. Mm-hmm. And then I didn't watch The Wire until years later. Yeah. But he was on season 1 of The Wire. Yeah. And looking at him in that season, like, he was scrawny. He was very skinny. Yeah. And I mean, granted, he was much, much younger. He's only like maybe 2, maybe 3 years older than me. Mm-hmm. So when season 1 of The Wire came out, I think I was probably 11 or 12, maybe younger than that, because it was using payphones. Mm-hmm. So he must have been like 14 or 15 at the time. And just to see him go from that to Fruitvale Station, and then, of course, Creed. Seeing him in Creed, it's like, wow, it's a completely different person. Yeah, man. And then, you know, seeing him in Creed 3, both he and Jonathan Majors, man, like, yeah, man. Both of them, like, that was inspiration. When I went to see Creed 3, I'm like, yo, I got to get back in the gym. I got to get back into martial arts. Yeah, man. Like, I was never really into boxing, but, you know, martial arts was something that I did growing up as a kid, and I was always fit doing it. So I got to get back into that.
Bro, we got to start building these habits now. I mean, I think that I was listening to, I ain't going to put his business out there, but I was listening to this guy he's very known in, like, the social media atmosphere, influencer, very wealthy guy, and makes a lot of money, but he was like, you know, I don't be in the gym a lot. And I was just thinking to myself, like, man, like, that's not how I want to be. I feel better. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but every time I work out, I feel better. And there's sometimes where I really don't want to work out, but bro, like, when I see those results after, and I'll be like, man, I did that. Like, to really see yourself get your body to where you want it to be, bro, it's a beautiful thing. And it's a more beautiful thing when somebody else can notice. They be like, yo, you been working out? Yeah. Oh, Lord have mercy. Don't tell me that. Well, I have. I'm telling you, B, that was, man, when somebody told that to me, I said, wow, like, okay, I feel great. Let's keep going.
There you go.
Let's keep going, man.
And that's the thing, man. Like, I started doing this actually before I saw this gentleman's video. Mm-hmm. But when I was in the gym a few days ago, I took a selfie in the mirror, in the bathroom mirror, right? And then I didn't know, you know, I was going to use it as part of like my before. And then eventually when I get to, you know, 6 months to 8 months from now, where my after was going to look like. Yeah. You know, even though it wasn't going to be the end of my journey, it was still going to be like an after type of pic. But I saw this gentleman's video on TikTok. This dude, man, he took a picture in a bathroom with his shirt off for days, right? For 2 years straight.
How do they do that?
But it just showed a time lapse.
Yeah.
I want to say like the picture was like either every single day or every day after he worked out.
Right.
But you can see the time lapse of where he started and where he ended within that 2 year period. Yeah. He was huge on day one. And then by the last day, 2 years later, he had lost so much weight. Dude had a six pack and everything like that. But he had so much skin on him from day one that, you know, as he was showing a picture of him with a six pack, he had a lot of skin hanging around his midsection.
Yeah.
But I guess, you know, people fix that with surgery.
Cut it off.
Yeah, they get it pretty much nipped and tucked because you have that much excess skin from, you know, being stretched out by a lot of the fat that your body's carrying.
Right.
There's no way you can really just burn that off. It has to be cut off.
Yeah.
That time lapse, yo. Like I said, I was going to do that next. Like I'm going to take pictures every day in the mirror.
You can do it. And you can't, when you get a good looking body, bro, like that is something nobody can take from you. That is something that I know he has physically worked for that. That showed, to me, that shows like discipline. It shows courage. It shows, what else? I can't think of another word, but it shows a lot of stuff when I see people like really do that, transform their body, bro. Man,
discipline definitely is the main one out of that because you have to remain disciplined in order to do that.
There's no other way.
Yeah.
And nobody can take it from him. Like now that's his body now.
Mm-hmm.
He worked for that.
Worked hard for it.
You know? That some people look at him like, man, I want that. Well, you got to put in the work for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm telling you, bro, it's going to inspire some people out there, bro.
Yeah, because this brother definitely inspired me.
I believe it, man. And it's like, it's just, and I bet it's like one of the things I know, because there's some people that don't work out that's maybe listening to this. I'm just here to tell you and remind you, whenever you start your workout journey, you don't have to do a lot. When I started working out, I didn't like being in the gym. I promise you I would go for 5 minutes. I would go in there, lift, I would do one little thing, and then I'd be like, all right, I'm done. And then, you know, the next day would come, I was like, well, you know, all right, I did 5 minutes. I could do 10 minutes today. And then so on and so forth. And it just continue to build up. You don't got to go to the gym and go kill yourself. That's what a lot of people think they got to do. They got to go in, they got to feel the burn until they points where they can't do nothing. No, that was one of the things that used to like make me not want to go to the gym.
Right.
And I think how you do anything is how you do everything. So for me, when I see a brother like that, you know, who's transformed and, you know, me doing business, I would hire it. Well, okay, I would see how good this works. But to me, that's a good indication. That's a good start right there to show like, okay, he's responsible enough.
Responsible, disciplined, dedicated,
committed.
Yeah.
You know?
Not a quitter.
Nope. Probably can overcome like small things, and because it's a mental battle. You already know when you working out, because your mind will be like, all right, we good on that set. Sometimes you got to push over that.
Yeah.
So please, y'all, start working out, man. Like, I don't care how young you are. Start stretching now. Start working out, because I promise you, that's what's going to keep you. Like, you want the longevity of stuff. You don't just want something quick and then you can't really enjoy it, or, you know what I mean? To finally get them a bunch of money and then your health is bad. What's the point of that?
Right.
So we need to make sure that we prioritize our health. It's important. We want to look good.
And you want to feel good too.
Yes, Lord.
It's not even so much about the look, but you definitely want to feel good.
And it's better to start while you're younger, because it's not going to get easier for you.
Right, because the older you get, the slower your metabolism gets.
Then you probably not going to want to. You'll talk yourself out of it more. Like, oh, I'll start the next day. Look, like people, like we showed y'all, I don't remember the episode number, but when we had Shelly on here. Shelly is episode 50. A woman at 50 running marathons, working out daily. Like, come on now, there's no excuse. We're not half her age, but you know, a little over half.
A little more than half, but still, the point is, Shelly can run laps around me, and that's no joke.
I can't. I don't even know if I can run no marathon like that without being tired.
Right.
So we got to make sure that our bodies is good, man, because we got a lot of good stuff coming for us.
Because by the time I'm her age, Lord willing, of course I get to make it to that age, but by the time I'm there, I want to be like
cut up. More
than cut up. I want to be ripped. I want to look so good. I want to feel so good.
Let's do it, bro.
by that point, hopefully, you know, I'll be a father. If, you know, my point is I want to be like one of the best looking dads on the planet.
I'm saying, look,
turn this dad bod into a father figure. Shout out to Poor Man Podcast.
Listen, we gonna be on them stages. We gotta look good on them stages. You know, there's gonna be some girls out there in the crowd. Not saying that that's why we doing it for. But I'm
saying that's a part of why I'm doing it.
This guy, I'm
that's
just saying.
Just me.
I know they gonna be out there, so hey, let's look good in the process, man.
Now I don't know if I'm gonna be married by that point, but you know, hopefully by that point, way down the line, you know,
man,
won't have to worry about the women that's on stage. But for now, whenever we start getting on the stage, because ain't no ring on my finger yet, you know, I haven't gotten that far. I get to, you know, be worried about who's looking at me.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah. Anyway, we say all of that to say, people, take care of yourself.
Yes, sir.
You know, we get so focused on making money and you know, becoming wealthy, if that's where our mindset is, but a lot of us don't really take the time to worry about our body. And I would always make the excuse that, you know, I don't really have the time to do so, especially, of course, and we've had this conversation when we've talked about naps in the past. I have a lot of stuff to do. So what I'm starting to do before we get to the point of having an editor, I'm literally giving more jobs, more tasks to my partner. Because what are you here for if I can't rely on you, right? That's a key. And that's a hint.
I'm here.
Bruh. Nah, but like real talk, I have been delegating more tasks to Mike, and it's just like, listen, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, take some of this off my back so I can go ahead and work out, because he'll work out, he'll get a good gym session in 12 o'clock at night, whatever. And if I'm not in bed by that point, I'm up editing. All right, bruh, how about you take this video to edit and I'll be in the gym at 12 o'clock at night?
Hey, man, as long as you're in the gym, man, hey, we can do it, man. Don't be sleep, man. Wake up.
Hey, I don't be sleep like you be sleep.
I definitely take a nap. I don't care. I'm gonna always take a nap. I don't care how many M's I'm got. I'm taking naps.
Oh man! But since we are, you know, continuing with the checkup, I will say that two great things have happened. At least this past week that I can think of off the top of my head right now. First and foremost, I got to link up with the ladies of the Nice Nasty podcast. So shout out to you ladies. I know if you're listening to this, when we met, of course, it wasn't under the best circumstances, but I finally got to meet y'all, and you know, we finally got to meet each other, and it's crazy. I guess the best way I can put it is work until your idols become your rivals. And I say that because, of course, it's a saying. I don't idolize anybody. But before we started Residual Impact, I remember reaching out to one of the girls of Nice Nasty Podcast, and they had already done season 1. So they had, you know, of their show, they had already been like kind of seasoned in the podcasting space. And I found them on Instagram, and I reached out to one of the co-hosts, and I talked to her. Asked her for some advice. Said, hey, I'm starting my own podcast. You know, blah, blah, blah. What can I expect? What should I do? Stuff like that. And it's funny because when we were hanging out this weekend and we were just talking about podcasting, you know, one of the girls asked me about recording and how's everything going with the show. Mm-hmm. And I said, oh, we're about to record episode 60. And you know, I was like, oh, I reached out. I remember before we started, I reached out to this one about, you know, launching a podcast. And I'll put names out there. So Tiffany was a young lady who I reached out to asking for advice before starting a podcast. Mm-hmm. And I'll say it all the time. I give Tiffany her flowers, you know, when it comes to this. But Amber was talking to me about how the podcast was going. And I said, you know, I reached out to Tiffany before we even started. And Tiffany was like, yeah, and now they're killing us. Just to hear her say that, it just was like, yo, like my intent was not to, you know, be killing them in the space, but to kind of go back to that saying, work until your idols become your rivals. Now, they're definitely not our rivals. They're more than welcome to come on the show.
Right,
in fact, you know, we talked about them coming on the show.
We want them on the show.
Yeah, we definitely want them on the show. And, you know, we've mentioned it in a couple episodes in the past. They'll be here soon.
Yeah.
We're going to make that happen. But, yeah, when Tiffany said that, I was like, yo, Like that really, that said a lot to me, man. That spoke to me. You know what I'm saying? We're doing something.
Yeah, man. We are, bro. I'm telling they take notice. They take notice, man. Older, younger, women, men, children, older people. I've seen it all.
Yeah.
I've seen it all, man. And it's only up from here, bro. It's only up. Like people are starting to like, we're really starting to like be defined as like residual impact. Like residual impact is starting to be molded into what we've wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And it's like now people are coming in. It's a beautiful thing, bro. It's like you can create something from nothing.
And we just got to keep creating. And next thing you know, somebody probably going to come knocking at the door soon.
Yeah.
Hey, we saw your show. You know, we got some paperwork here for you. How about you become a part of our network? We're going to break bread. We're going to cut the check.
The content is the currency.
Yeah.
That's it. We just got to keep giving them the content. And then I don't know if you saw that post about that David put up not too long ago. He's talking about Spotify and how, you know, how an artist gets paid like I think $5,000 for every million views on Spotify, and that's a 3-minute video. And he was talking about, well, podcasting, we have an hour-long video,
right,
stuff like that. So he was like, eventually it's gonna come a point where these platforms are gonna have to create a space for podcasts and monetizing them because it's growing like that. Even YouTube has created on their app.
Yes, I noticed that
tab.
I've noticed that recently.
You know
they just started doing that.
Listen, brother, things are happening.
Wow.
So it's like we in motion now. Stuff is just gonna end up catching up. So all we gotta do is just continue to put out the content, and then I think people are gonna catch up. A lot of the stuff that we did in the past, that's gonna start to get monetized, and we already on to the next and still getting monetized from that. So
that right there, that blows my mind because it's like, it's not like we're just getting started. I mean, technically you can look at it as like, yeah, we're still early in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we're going on 2 years.
Yeah, bro. Dang, that's crazy.
It is. In about 3 months.
Wow.
In about 3 months, we will hit the 2-year mark. Mm-hmm. Right? So just to think about how so many people look up to us now and they're like, yo, like you said, they're recognizing us as Residual Impact.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I saw you and Brandon, you know, in your video. I saw this. I listened to this episode, whatever.
Yeah.
And then people are looking at us as far as starting a podcast.
Yeah.
Nobody really has reached out to me yet. I don't know if they've reached out to you, but like what they need to do when starting a podcast or anything like that. But I'm sure people are looking at us and taking notes.
Oh, yeah.
As to what they need to do to start.
Oh, yeah.
And we've already had our foot in the door.
Yes, sir.
And we're walking through the door to the point to where YouTube got a tab for podcasting now.
That's it.
Spotify is really out here cutting checks. Shout out to every one of y'all who listen to us on Spotify. Yeah. We appreciate y'all.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Certain podcast networks, I'm sure they've come across us at one point. I just need y'all to DM us. Let's talk.
They coming, bro. We I'm telling you, it's gonna get a point in time where it's like these podcasts that have been out that we kind of look up to, they see us and they're gonna be like, "Hey, can we get those guys right there?" I'm like, "Nah, sorry, we're booked up."
Hey, those are good problems to have. You know what I mean?
You ain't lying.
Because it's crazy because some people want to actually come on the show. And when they talk about how they want to come on the show, I'll tell them, like, we are booked up until this point. Like, for real.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this upcoming Saturday, I told you, it was just like, listen, we got a guest coming through. This has been planned for a minute. I know I should have told you earlier. That's my bad. Again, I will own up to that. But you know what I'm saying? We're booked up. And sometime next week, I haven't confirmed which day out of the two that we, you know, aim to shoot on. But we do have a guest coming by next week. Okay. And, yeah, man, it's up from here.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
That's what I want to hear. So, hey, listen, I mean, hopefully we're inspiring and making some type of residual impact on what it is that we're doing. Because I do think this is something greater than what we know that we're doing.
It's gotta be, man. And that's why I chose that name, yo.
Just wait till we get this merch drop. We start doing this merch. And
coming
everything
soon
like
for
that,
real.
man.
Yeah.
Because we definitely, I think once we start to wear some of our apparel, be a walking brand, be our own advertisement, a lot more people gonna start to take notice.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, I can't wait till we get them designs on them shirts and stuff. I'm definitely rocking that. So
All day, every day.
it's gonna be hard. Can't wait.
It's coming, man.
Oh yeah,
It's a part of the process. Like,
it is.
when we first started, we didn't have merch then. We don't have merch now. Almost 2 years later, it's gonna get to the point where we got it. But
Yeah,
we didn't have half the stuff that we had 2 years ago.
No. Everything, all this it came at its right time.
Yeah.
We got it when we needed it.
Still growing too. We still need
Of
more
course.
for the show, but it's gonna come when it's supposed to come.
Facts.
We've been making do with everything that we've had to use so far, down from like the older recording equipment that we used to record with to what we currently record with now.
Yeah.
And this is not even the end right here.
Right. Oh no.
This equipment that we have right here, that's not even the end all be all. I know there's upgrades to what we have, what we're using right now. We're gonna get those upgrades when the time comes.
Yeah, we ain't touched it yet.
Right. We definitely got to upgrade the cameras
Yes.
because we've been using the same cameras for about 2 years, but it works.
It does.
Some podcasts that have been out about the same amount of time as us, they don't even use cameras. They haven't even been recording. It's just been audio. Yeah, they just been audio only podcasts.
I see. Now we ain't doing that.
Oh yeah, then I told you before day one. It's like, listen, we're not doing just audio. We got to do both.
Yeah. Took a longer route, to do it, but hey, at the end of the day, we have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
That's also another thing too that I think when YouTube did that whole podcast button, now it's like they wanted to do that so now you can listen. That's why they did it. It was supposed to be something like where even though you have a video thing, you're supposed to be able to just listen to it. Like it's in straight audio. So they're trying to look like they're trying to be in competition with Apple Podcasts and stuff like that. But
I mean, I don't see why not, because YouTube is the number 2 search engine in the world.
under Google.
And they're owned by Google.
Look at that
YouTube is
finesse.
owned by Google.
Look at that finesse.
So it's like if you're the biggest search engine in the world after the number 1 search engine,
Which is just still your parent
it's
company.
still your company. Right. Why would you not want to compete with other companies that are pretty much beneath you in a sense,
Yeah. Smart, man. So yeah, we're definitely on to something. We definitely in motion. And I don't know, man. I'm grateful. I think this it's a beautiful thing, man. We're gonna inspire a lot of people, bro. A lot of people. And they get to see us do it, man. I can't wait.
And it's crazy, yo, like the amount of people that we've inspired already.
Yeah, man.
I just want to take the time to say thank you, because again, I haven't really had many people come up to me and say they see what it is that we do. But I hear it from Mike often, and it's just it's great, man. It's great to notice. Like, yeah, I mean, there have been people who have seen what it is that we got going on. And they've told me about it, but you have way more examples of that than I do.
Man, I'm telling you, bro. It's no surprise. It happens. People know who we are, or they're starting to. So it's real.
All I'm gonna say is to anybody who's ever curved me in the past, man, on some back then they didn't want me. Listen, y'all better not hit me up.
Nah, I'm hot.
When that day comes when I'm hot.
Nah, I'm hot. They all on me.
Hey, I mean, I know it comes with the territory.
I mean, yeah, we gotta prepare ourselves.
Yeah.
No pictures, please. No pictures, please. please. No pictures.
All I'm saying is, definitely on top of everything else that I said was motivation to get me back in the gym, bro. Like, I'm sick and tired of hearing no matter who it is, if I don't know you, like, I'll be hearing people be like, yo, big man, big bro. What else do I hear? Some other stuff along those lines. Big fella, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's always associated with big.
Yeah.
And I get it, I wish it was just a height thing, but it's not. Other people can see it on me, and I can feel it on me. Sometimes I look in the mirror, I don't see myself as being that big, but I understand. I know how I look naked and stuff like that. So I know all of this stuff got to come off me, man. And I know we talked about it in episode 50 with Michelle. Like losing 50 pounds is about the equivalent of a mattress.
Yeah.
And I'm working on losing this mattress, man, and then some. So
You're going to do it, man. Just keep chopping it down one step at a time, brother.
Till I get to a pudge, right?
Oh, I mean, hey, even better. Look, yeah, I'm just saying.
This
yes,
guy.
I'm just saying. It's gonna come, bro. It's going to come because I'm gonna get my swole on. I am gonna look good. So we're gonna hold each other accountable, man.
Let's do it.
4 days out of the week, we need to be in the gym, bro.
So I need to give you more videos to edit.
That what?
You heard me.
Come again? Nah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. As long as you can take over like the clips part.
No.
That's
No. Check this out.
all right, ladies and gentlemen.
Because when I record an episode, you don't see the fact that I record an episode, but not
ladies
only
and
that,
gentlemen.
I actually edit the clips. I record the episode, I edit the episode,
y'all for
I
showing
edit
up.
the clips.
Appreciate y'all.
Right? So if I can do all three, what's to say that you can't do all three?
You know, we just gonna
Matter of fact, you want to take this episode right now?
we're gonna thank y'all for
After we
showing
cut
up.
this, you going to take this episode, you want to edit the clips too?
Just grateful for life.
And edit some YouTube videos because that's what we actually going to start doing.
Grateful for life.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of y'all who are not only listening but watching us on the YouTube channel, we're actually going to have more clips that we cut from the full hour-long plus episodes, and we're going to cut it into smaller videos.
Starting in season 2, we're gonna start doing.
We don't
that.
even do seasons.
So that's exactly what I mean. Exactly. So,
Hey, no seasons here, man. We just keep going, and we're gonna make it work. Because in addition to that, I'm actually gonna start doing some reaction videos. I said I wanted to do some reaction videos, kind of get more eyes on the YouTube channel, because reaction videos are apparently what's hot. Okay. You know what I'm saying? They get eyes on the channel and stuff like that. They get, people get subscribers and whatnot. And I'm not saying I'm going to do some like crazy, outrageous reaction videos, but I'll figure it out. We're still working on it. We're working out the kinks, but I'm going to do something different, put more eyes on the channel for the content that we do edit and put up there. It's a lot of work, man.
it is.
And, people do watch the episodes that we put up, but I can tell, again, with a lot of the short form content that's out there right now, TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, people's attention span is not what it used to be.
Oh, of course not. It's short, bro.
So a lot of people are not going to just sit around and watch an hour-long podcast episode. I know I'm guilty of it myself. I'll listen to podcasts mostly when I'm in the car and I'm just driving. That's the best time to do it. So that's the best time I would say for you guys who watch the videos. If you're not just going to sit in front of your TV or sit in front of your laptop or your iPad or your phone and just watch the hour-long episode, go ahead and listen to it in your car if you drive. Right. And if you don't drive, just, check it out in bits and pieces. Just watch 10 minutes of the video a day.
Right.
Till you get to an hour plus. Who knows? But anyway, I'm going to start chopping up content and putting it on YouTube, and I want to start doing reaction videos. So in order for me to do that, I actually want to, give you more episodes to edit so that you can go ahead and
I take on that.
Yeah.
I take on that.
Hey, it's the only way we're going to grow, man. I can't just do this all by myself.
Oh, big facts. Big facts, though. You know me. I'll hire somebody quick, though.
Hey, bro, like this, my partner gave me this work, but I'll slide you a 50 if you go ahead and cut this up.
Come on now.
Hey, whatever it is you got to do, just take some of the work off my back, man, so I can go out there and get in the gym and get my six-pack by
big
December.
Facts, we want that. We do want that for you. So, yes, I'll take some of that work off your hands and alleviate some of that for you. For sure.
Just remember you said that because I'm going to hold you to it. Remember, we holding each other accountable.
Facts. I got one in the clip now. You know what I'm saying? You gave me one.
I did just give you one. I'm thinking about giving you two.
Hold on, bro. Wait a minute. I will take two actually eventually.
Hey, because I got 2.5 to edit right now, so
okay.
That's why I gave you that one. So.
Then give me the one for Saturday. Then.
Okay.
I'll take that one too. So I have two in the clip. Say less.
I got you.
We'll rock it like that.
Let's do it.
Stay black.
I ain't got no choice.
You got a choice.
I mean, technically, I do got a choice.
You got a choice. Mike Jackson said he showed us something different. Rest in peace, brother. I love you, Mike. I'm just saying.
Anyway, Lord willing, like I said, first live show coming 2024. And then hopefully we get to do a tour in 2025.
Speak it.
We'll see how things go.
Speak it, brother. Hey, man. I'm here for the ride. So, But I ain't got nothing else. I think they got me improv'd out on this one. I've done all the improv.
Hey, I'm with you on that one, bro, because we've winged all that we could have.
Yeah. I mean, we made a whole episode, so.
An entire episode.
Yeah. So.
No guidance.
No guidance.
Literally.
Well, we got to give them then, B.
You know we can't leave without saying. I just saved a whole bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to bruh. And I know y'all ain't paying us, so I'm probably going to cut the name out. You know, but just know that I've saved some money. You know what I'm saying?
What are we really going to tell them, though?
You'll never catch me without a brand new pair of kicks on my feet. Right. You've made that pretty evident. Okay. I'm just that guy. All right. You know, like I've said before in a previous episode, which probably is not going to come out till after this episode for some strange reason.
Ladies
but I'm
and gentlemen,
him.
Where you are today
Himothy
is a residual
Hemi Neutron, Hemi Hendrix
of the thoughts
Hemi Hardaway. I'm him. Just know I'm him.
Just like that.
What did we say?
Always remember that.
Before we stop, because I'm actually the one controlling all of this, so he can't end the episode without me. That's the perks of having a soundboard in front of you. The most you could probably do is cut my camera. But even after you cut the camera, I'm still going to be recording the audio. I'm just saying. And I think we actually get more listens on the audio than we do on the video. Not to discredit anybody who watches the video content, because we greatly appreciate y'all. It takes us a lot to edit. So thank you. But back to what I was saying. I am him.
Where you are today.
Hemi Neutron, Hemi Hendrix, Hemi Hardaway.
That you've had in the past.
Himothy, McHim,
I think
whatever you want to call it. I am that guy.
We will catch y'all in
you
the
understand?
next episode, okay?
And if you don't understand, I need you to understand, overstand.
I appreciate y'all.
I am
I'm cutting my
him.
mic. All right, goodbye.